Hey guys, what is up? Diamond Brooks Productions here, back with another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at the LEGO Creator Cyber Drone. This retails for $20 in New Zealand, and has one figure, and let's take a look at him. Now, because this is a creator set, there are actually some alternate builds, so we'll take a look at them later on. So here is the pilot, and this is a pretty interesting figure, because I believe this is a remake of an Insectoids figure, from the late 90s, so this is pretty interesting that they remade it into this Creator 3-in-1 set, which is interesting, because in my opinion, Creator 3-in-1 does not really have any interesting figures, but the exclusive part is the headpiece. The torso is not anything exclusive, but it is still really cool. There's a bit of a shine back here, and also, it's like a bit of ad printing on the torso. So, yeah. And the headpiece is pretty interesting. It's transparent, and there's a bit of printing on the back of the head, which I just love how they put that little bit of added detail. So overall, though I'm not really the biggest fan of Creator 3-in-1, I still really like this figure. Here is the Cyber Drone itself, and I don't really like Creator 3-in-1. It's probably one of my least favourite LEGO themes, mainly just because you get 3 builds in one, but they have to make some compromises so all of the builds can work, and it just looks really unfinished in some places, but this I actually think looks really good. And I also really like the colour scheme. It's sand blue with some orange. It reminds me a lot of the Infinity War sets. But you can open up the cockpit so you can get access into there, and there's some really nice part usage. They use the the mixer ball joint pieces in there to kind of be like joysticks. I really like that, and there's just space inside for one minifigure. Sit down, and yeah, there's not too much going on, to be honest. If you want a top view, there you go. But this looks complete from pretty much any angle. I mean, if I could change one thing, it would be maybe make this a bit more closed up. And also another thing is that you can bring these down, and I believe this is kind of like a hover mode for the vehicle. And although something I think you could do is that you could rotate them more forward, and this could be like an attack mode. So you could just imagine like energy blasts coming out the ends of these. So yeah, but that's basically it for the Cyber Drone. Now let's take a look at some of the alternate builds. Here's the second build, and it seems to be this Cyber Speeder sort of thing. It's an interesting design, not gonna lie. You can articulate these parts back here a bit, same with the ones on clips. And this engine area here, it's interesting because you can kind of pose this, so yeah, although personally I just like to have it just like that, because I just think that looks good. You can go and see these as cannons if you want, and you can take the figure out. There's a space for just one figure in there. There's a few dials and some control sticks, and yeah, bit of an engine back here. But damn, look how much leftover pieces there are. I mean, these are all the leftover pieces, not counting the average extras. I mean, there are these wheels, some Technic pieces, windshield, yeah, I mean, it's just weird thinking how little pieces go into this one, but let's take a look at the third build. And here's the third build that I'm going to call the Cyber Mech. So, yeah, and this is interesting. There are some parts of it I like, and other parts I don't. Like, I really do not like this back. I mean, some of the leftover pieces are literally these tiles. You could have easily put them there. So, yeah, or I don't know, maybe they are supposed to go there and I just misread the instructions, but, like, these feet, they're pretty interesting, although they spin around way too much for my liking. The figure, you can just easily put them in and out. It's pretty simple, and yeah, this is definitely smaller than those small Marvel mechs from this year and last year. You do have a bit of movement with the arms. This is like a space cannon or a space drill, and this is a bit like a claw. So you can open and close it, and let's see, can you put a figure in here? Well, barely. It's just it's a bit hard. You probably need to move the hands a little. So, yeah, and overall that's mainly it for the set. I'm gonna rebuild the first build of camera. So overall, when I first saw the official images, and can this focus please? Pretty please? Just wait for it to focus while I'm speaking, but when I first saw the official images, I didn't really like the set. There we go. Like, it just looked too boring for me, and I only really liked the figure. And then I decided to get it with a few Looney Tunes minifigures, and when I built it, I was pleasantly surprised. It was actually a really nice vehicle. I mean, it was a lot bigger in person, which helped quite a bit, because it looks pretty small on the front of the box, in my opinion. And yeah, overall, this is just such a nice build. So I highly recommend this one if you're into spacecrafts and that. Even if it's something like Create a 3-in-1 with, yikes. But, hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.